Is the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 HD Extreme the most brutally capable heavy-duty off-road truck ever built? Or is it just an aggressive badge with big promises that don't fully deliver? Welcome back to Road Revolt, where today we're taking a deep, no-nonsense dive into a truck that looks like it wants to climb a mountain, tow it home, and still beat traffic on the way back. The 2026 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 HD Extreme. And right from the first glance, this thing feels like Chevrolet took everything. They learned from the ZR2 and HD lineup and pushed it to the edge because the stance is wider, the body sits taller, and the presence is straight up intimidating. With a reinforced skid plate heavy front end, functional hood vents, aggressive LED lighting, and that signature ZR2 design language dialed up for serious punishment rather than mall crawler looks. And this extreme trim takes it even further with beefed-up suspension components, massive off-road tires wrapped around reinforced wheels, and a frame that's been strengthened specifically to handle brutal trails while still towing like a true heavy-duty workhorse. Because under the hood, Chevrolet doesn't play safe here, offering a monster Duramax turbo diesel V8 that delivers crushing torque, designed for hauling, crawling, and confidence, paired with a heavy-duty transmission tuned for both low-speed rock control and long-haul durability. And when you combine that with advanced four-wheel drive systems, locking differentials front and rear, and Multimatic DSSV dampers engineered for extreme terrain, the Silverado ZR2 HD Extreme doesn't just promise off-road capability. It demands it, allowing drivers to crawl over rocks, blast through desert trails, or drag massive loads without flinching. And what really sets this truck apart is how Chevrolet balances that hardcore attitude with everyday usability. Because inside, you're not punished for choosing a beast like this, as the cabin is modern, rugged, and tech-loaded, featuring premium materials that can take abuse, a massive digital instrument cluster, a responsive infotainment system with off-road telemetry, trail mapping, and camera views that practically eliminate blind spots when crawling through tight terrain. And even with all that toughness, the ride quality is surprisingly controlled for something this big, especially on highways where the suspension settles down and the sound insulation keeps the cabin calm, proving this truck isn't just built for weekend warriors, but for people who actually live with their trucks, day in and day out, whether that means towing heavy equipment, heading deep into remote areas, or simply wanting the confidence of knowing your vehicle can handle almost anything you throw at it. And from a capability standpoint, the ZR2 HD Extreme pushes boundaries with serious ground clearance, extreme approach and departure angles, reinforced underbody protection, and advanced traction management systems that adapt in real time, while still delivering towing and payload numbers that remind you this is still a Silverado HD at heart, not a compromised off-road toy. And visually, Chevrolet nailed the identity here because it looks purposeful rather than flashy, muscular rather than gimmicky. And that matters in a segment where authenticity is everything, especially when competitors are also pushing into extreme off-road heavy-duty territory. Yet the Silverado ZR2 HD Extreme stands out by feeling like a factory-built solution rather than an aftermarket experiment. And as we talk about value, this truck clearly isn't aimed at bargain hunters. But for buyers who want a single vehicle that can replace a work truck, an off-road rig, and a long-distance hauler, the price begins to make sense when you consider the engineering, hardware, and capability baked in from the factory. Because you're getting a machine designed to survive abuse, not just look good in photos. And that brings us back to the question we asked at the very beginning of this Road Revolt review, whether the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 HD Extreme is truly the most brutally capable heavy-duty off-road truck ever built. And after looking at its powertrain, suspension, off-road technology, real-world usability, and uncompromising design, the answer is yes. This is not just another trim level. It's Chevrolet proving that a heavy-duty truck can dominate the trails, tow massive loads, and still feel refined enough to live with every single day.